Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of great millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya coming back at you one more time from the great millstone held in the Montana camp. And we just going to jump right into it. We ain't going to waste no more time. And we would always like to make a disclaimer. We are not a hate group and we are not an extremist group. We are a truth group and we only bring out the truth according to the Bible, according to the word of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, and the Almighty Lord of Lords. Okay? So real quick, we're going to jump right into it. This lesson, we're going to talk about a true friend. Okay? And, one thing that I've learned, one of the things that I've learned in this truth is the meaning of a good friend. A friend will be a real friend, will be there for you through thick and thin, through thick and thin, in any time, anywhere, any place. That true friend will be there for you, That friend will fight for you. He'll go to war with you, and he's a brother, A true friend is as close as a brother, But we know that all the men of Yasharallah are, brothers, you know, especially the Akim that are in this truth, because it's always good to speak to the Akim, you know, the Akim that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai put in my path. They always encourage me and help me and continue to help me push, continue to endure, you know. It's a beautiful thing, man, and just shout out to the Akim from the GMS Chicago camp, Yanagia, Shakal, Yadiah, Quadar, Yahweh Allah, true friends right there, brothers, That's a beautiful thing, man. All praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai, And that's a great thing, But we just gonna jump right into it. We gonna get these precepts and then we ain't gonna make it too long. But before I go into the lesson, I wanna look up these two words. The first word I'm gonna look up is buddy. And I have a video. Well, it's like a short commercial, short video of a commercial. It's an old school commercial, you know what I'm saying? And I always loved this commercial, you know what I'm saying? The song is catchy, you know what I'm saying? I always used to love this song, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a beautiful commercial. I'll put it in the description box so you Akim can see it too. But I want to look up this word, buddy. Okay? So this is the definition for the word buddy. It says a close friend. A close friend. That's the definition, like the basic definition for the word buddy. Okay? Now I looked up the word friend. And this is what it reads. It says, for the word friend, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. Best friend, close friend, comrade, brother, sister, okay, pal, buddy. Okay? So basically those two words are the same, buddy and friend, And that's what a friend is, a buddy, a pal, your homeboy, your best friend, comrade, you know. So let's read this first precept real quick. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 17. Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 17. And it reads, "A friend loveth at all times," not half the time, not for 2 minutes, not for 3 hours, not for one day or 3 weeks. No. "A friend loveth at all times." No matter what you're going through, no matter the trials and tribulations, a true friend is going to be there for you at all times. "A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." Okay? A brother is born for adversity. Now, Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 17, in the New Living Translation, this is what it reads. And this is beautiful. New Living Translation. "A friend is always loyal." Always. That friend will never buck you scandalous. He will never turn on you. He'll never talk shit behind your back. And he will always be truthful with you. That's a beautiful thing. I'm going to read that again. Okay? Verse 17. "A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need." Now let me go to the book of Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 24. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai. For letting me do this lesson, because the Lord wanted me to do this lesson, okay? So it's always a beautiful thing that the Lord allowed us to do these lessons. So this is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 24. And it reads, "A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother." That's a true friend right there, man. He will be by you. He will stick by you through thick and thin. Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 24. New Living Translation, real quick. It says, there are quote unquote friends who destroy each other. I remember one time when I know these two young women, and they were friends since they were like little, like like I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 years old. Now they in their 20s, and they're fucking enemies now. that's that's crazy. It's like you were childhood friends, and now you're fucking enemies. But yeah, these two women are fucking wicked anyway. But it's like, god damn. And then the one girl was cussing her out, and he's like, shit. I was like, thought y'all was friends since y'all was little kids. It's like, no. Let's read that one more time. Verse 24. It reads, "There are quote unquote friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother." That's what a true friend is. No matter what you're going through, y'all can have the biggest argument, the biggest fight, no matter what. At the end of the day, y'all gonna always remain friends. More than brothers, you know what I'm saying? Friends. That person will be your friend, your buddy, your pal. Okay? Now, real quick, I want to go to 1 Samuel chapter 18. 1 Samuel chapter 18. And we're going to read verse 1 through 4. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1 through 4. Now, in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1 through 4, 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1 through 4, in the ESV, the English Standard Version Bible, the title for 1 Samuel chapter 18, it reads, David and Jonathan's friendship. David and Jonathan's friendship. And this is in the English Standard Version Bible. For the title in 1 Samuel 18, it reads David and Jonathan's friendship. Now watch this, Akim. Watch what it says. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it says, And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, then the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. That, man, this is a beautiful account, man, because these are two like Israelite brothers that they were tight. You know what I'm saying? They were tight, knit to the soul. You know what I'm saying? They were inseparable. They were best friends, best buddies. You know, this is beautiful. I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, and it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Verse 2, and Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Verse 3, then Jonathan and David made a covenant. This is how tight they were, okay? They made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul, okay? Verse 4, here's the kicker. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. I remember when I was around 12 or 13 years old, and it was my first day of school. It's my first day of school, and I was dressed up, man. I mean, I was dressed tough. Had on the fresh, dopest kicks. My jeans was on point. You know what I'm saying? All my gear was on point. And then I had a best friend. This dude was one of my best friends, and he was about 3 years older than me. And so he came to me before I left the house. I mean, before I left the house to go to the bus stop. He came to me and he had on this gold chain. And he said, "Look, he took his chain off and he put it around my neck." And when he did that, I was like, I knew right then and there, it's like, man, this dude do not want me to leave this house. Uh, he does not want me to leave this house half-assing. He wanted me to leave the house 100% on point, dressed to kill for the first day of school, so I can get jocked, by the girls. And when he put that gold chain around me, I knew, man, this is my best friend. And he knew it too. He gave me his gold chain, and this was an expensive gold chain, and he let me wear it. He wouldn't let nobody ever wear that chain. And he put it around my neck. I mean, I wore it for just that day. But man, when he did that, like, that was one of the best feelings I ever had, man. And when Jonathan did this to David, I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that that's how David felt too when Jonathan gave him his garments and his sword. We're gonna read it one more time. It says, verse 4, and Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, in his garments, even to his sword and to his bow and to his girdle. Jonathan said he took his own stuff off and gave it to his best friend, because they were knit to the soul together, and they made a covenant together too. That's a beautiful thing. But what I want to do real quick, I want to read verse 2 to Salakia, verse 3 in a New Living Translation in 1 Samuel 18:3. It reads, and Jonathan made a solemn pact with David, because he loved him as he loved himself. Man, that's brotherly love, man, and that's a beautiful thing, man. It's just, it does something to your soul when you know that you have a great friend that will stick by you, a great buddy, a pal, okay? Through thick and thin. Now I will read 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. And then we're going to shut it down. So in 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. Now this is an account where King David's friend, his best friend Jonathan, when he died. And look at what David said, you know, when his best friend passed. This is 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. And it reads, let me see right quick. Second Samuel. Let me go right here real quick. 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. And it reads, matter of fact, I'll read verse 25. It says, "How are the mighty fallen in the midst of battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thy high places." Verse 26, "I am distressed for thee." This is King David right here. "I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women." Woo! Man, they were so tight, and the love they had for each other, it was a million times better than the love of a woman. Now that's a friendship. What we read in 1 Samuel chapter 18 in the ESV, the title reads, David and Jonathan's friendship. Okay? Now let's read this real quick in 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26 in the Holman Bible. 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26 in the Holman Bible. "I grieve for you, Jonathan, my brother. You were such a friend to me. Your love for me was more wonderful than the love of women." Man, that's a true friendship right there. That's a true friendship. When you say, look, the love they have for each other, you know what I'm saying? The love they have for each other, it was better than the love of women. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I want to make it long, Akim. I just want to bring that out. You know, the Lord had the Spirit jump on me to do this lesson. It's all about brotherly love, all about the bond that we have amongst us, Akim, that are in this truth. We all we got, the Akim, through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash Barakatah. Okay? So I'm going to wrap it up, Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. Until the next lesson, Kwam Yasharala and Abba Babal. Shalom.